Hi, I'm Greg Benevent, and today I am very happy to introduce a friend of mine, a CEO of many successful companies with almost 2 decades of SEO experience, an award-winning author, a speaker, a man that's done so many different things. Everyone, please welcome Danny Starr.
Thank you, Greg, for the introduction. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Excited to be on the podcast with you again.
Right. This is great. We're back. It's good to be here. And this new studio is just fantastic.
Yeah, I love it too. Thank you.
Absolutely. I could talk to you for days about other stuff, but I feel like I should get into it. So say someone's partnered with you or with one of your companies to grow their business. Like, what is the first 90 days like? Like, obviously, every company is different, but what typically happens that you've seen with all your years of experience in the first 90 days?
Yeah, the first 90 days are the crucial days. It's like, to be or not to be type of a scenario, right? Because sometimes, the most important for a good partnership is that two, business minded people are matching with, their desires, their allocation of their time, that they are both, feeling that each brings added value to the partnership, right? So the way it doesn't look like one directional, and then or somebody I'm being taken advantage of. Also, like how decisions are made. Yeah. Some of the business owners they like to take decisions more like take time to make the decisions. So I have situation where we had a great deal struck. Was a wonderful partnership, plan, idea, business. But then when it came to like a small decision making, like hosting fees or phone fees, there was like procrastination, and it ended up not really happening. So the first 90 days is establishing trust, because you have to trust each other. You have to have same business mind, feel equal, like whatever you're getting, you're putting in, so that way you're not being taken advantage of. And a proof of concept, right? Mm-hmm. That there is a proof of concept. If I can deliver what I state I can deliver, and then they can compensate or, return their delivery, then we take it from there. So usually the first 90 days could be agreed upon like a retainer, setup fee, or, trust base. Usually when people do ask for that, with the strangers it's hard, right? Because anything you do online is already done, so it's not like you can take it back, right? So for those cases we would say like a 3-month trial retainer, and then if that works well, then we go to commission-based partnership.
Gotcha. I was very struck by how you use the word trust many times in that initial part of it. It really is about establishing trust between your business, the other business, like firming up that partnership.
Yes, because we work with with any industry. We work with more than a handful of businesses, right? Right. If you look at a home improvement, or you look at the roofers, you look at the e-commerce, you look at the dentists, doctors, surgeons. I mean, you name it, anything there is, we've already worked with with more than a handful of businesses in the past 2 decades. So we've learned a lot of things and insights, and we have a good know-how and experience we bring on the table. So for those reasons, we think that trust is like the only big obstacle for the partnership not to work.
Okay, I couldn't help but notice you said the word. You mentioned the experience, the extensive experience you have with so many of the different kind of companies. If you could talk, and different kind of clients, you could talk a little bit about the experience in the different kinds of companies and the different industries that you've helped to grow so much over the years.
Yes, I mean, we've in the past 2 decades, I would say, there was hundreds of businesses that they would somehow start with us. They were like a startup business. Mm-hmm. Either they wouldn't even have a website yet, either they would not have like an online presence at all, or there would be like a small mom and pop shop, and we took those businesses to the millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars. And industries, at the beginning there was like a lot of different industries, all types of industries. We started specializing in more niche industries lately after COVID. But before COVID, we did, like all types of industries, like home improvement, health industries, legal, or attorney offices, medical, healthcare, service providers, restaurants, retail, e-commerce. So we've learned and we've done a lot of different things, with all the niches. It was really hard at the beginning because, every niche, it has something special, right? It has, like a niche things.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to really go deep into it, understand the business, and then, learn a lot from their competitors, right? This is like a best,
Yes.
case study in schooling when you need to perform for the client and you never done that business before, and then you need to learn quickly. The good thing in a digital space is that we have tools that can reveal, right? It can reveal the digital strategies, footprints that other competitors are using. So it's not that hard, right? Like you need to learn how a table is made or how the steak is baked or something like that, right? You don't need to learn those things, but you need to see where, the traffic is coming, where the customer journey is, what is the customer reputation level? Do they come back to the business? I have a very good client of mine. He is driving school instructor, right?
Oh, okay.
One of the worst businesses, right?
It seems like it'd be a tough one.
When it comes to being repetitive client.
Right. Yeah, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. They're going back on the road.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Yes, they're not being 16 again.
Yeah, they're never coming back, right? So, and he is telling me, right, he says, hey, Danny, I'm still doing well thanks to my wife, because my wife cuts hair and people come back every month.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's true. The hair will return, the learner's permit will not.
Yeah, so that's just like one of the aspects, right? That, so for me it was like, mind blowing, like, this is so true, right? For him, is like he needs to consistently get, new clients and know what type of clients, right? People that need to learn how to drive. So those are usually teenagers or people in the early 20s that, finish college and now they would like to, retain the vehicle and get a license to operate the car.
Right. Yeah. So you mentioned some of the different tools that you use, and I was very struck by that in the context of your experience, in that I think there's a misconception that a lot of folks have is that, like, well, there's all these tools out there. There's AI out there. Why can't I just do my own digital marketing? Why do I need a professional? And if you could go into like what it is, or maybe how you use the tools and your experience to help so many different kinds of clients to grow.
Yes, tools are essential, right? Because, without the tools, not even the surgeon can do the proper surgery. Right?
Yes.
For our business, tools are, they give us the details, how the website is structured, how the website is built, what is a, client online presence, what is the social media footprint, like how popular they are they doing any advertising for paid media, what type of ads are they running, what is their conversion rate, what is their, source of the traffic, where are they getting the backlinks from, are they publishing press releases, what type of videos and content are they, blasting out online. And with that data, then you kind of like, evaluate where your client needs to go, what is important to be done in the, in the short term, what is like a long-term strategy. That's one of the ways. Other tools that we would use is, itself ranking, right? Like how is the ranking, what is the conversion rate and CTR to that ranking. And now with the AI, it's a way easier, to get a lot of information immediately. I don't think that it's going to be a problem for many people doing their own digital marketing with the AI. I just think that, if you're a serious business, you're going to need to have, people doing that for you. Otherwise, you're going to just be mom and pop, doing it yourself.
No, that makes a lot of sense. It would be like any other specialized work. It's not like you would bring someone in. It's not like you do your own plumbing entirely. You wouldn't do all your own pipes. And the same thing, like you've worked with so many HVAC contractors. That's not the kind of thing that a person would do on their own. And it seems like it'd be the same with marketing.
Yes, and you'll be surprised how many people try to do HVAC on their own, right? And then they call my clients and they're like, hey, I bought a 4-ton unit, right? I'm on top of the roof. Almost got electrocuted.
Geez.
It's not working. It's burning.
Oh, geez.
It's we humans, we like to learn new things.
Yes.
We would always survive no matter where you put us, right? In the caves, top buildings. We just have that humanity or survival mode. But we need to value our time. Time is limited, and nobody has unlimited time. Despite the age that we're gonna live is extending, generation by generation, but still the time is limited. So people that are passionate about a business, they're passionate about what they do, and of course I encourage business owners to be involved with the digital marketing, right, as much as possible. But they're not gonna be like a professional, like a masters of digital marketing to be like, I'm gonna be number one on Google doing it myself and with the ChatGPT, for example, right?
Right. No, that's a really good point. I mean, it's like maybe they could do some little things or have some input, but they wouldn't be able to do all the specific and detailed work that's informed by years of experience that you and your team would be able to provide.
Yes. And even if you're going to ask AI today, right, like I want to get strong online presence and would like create great results, the AI is going to give you options, right? You could do it yourself, but this is the mistakes you're going to make. An AI is going to offer itself to help, right? But it's going to recommend professional company to do it for you once you're ready to scale your business and you start generating serious revenues to be able to afford a professional company to do your digital marketing.
That's such a good point. That's maybe you could get started and get a baseline, but if you really want to grow, if you really want to see what your business can do, that you're going to have to get with a professional.
Yes, of course.
Makes all the sense in the world. Speaking of the different, AI and all that, it feels like there are just so many different marketing changes that it happens almost every week. Something new and different is out. And you've been doing this for so long and at such a high level. Like, how do you help your clients and maybe even your team navigate all these changes while still delivering the results that your clients expect?
This is, it has a pros and cons, right? It's always a challenge because technology is growing exponentially.
Yes.
Nowadays with, the AI is even, that speed is shifting gears dramatically. So we have weekly meetings, have group meetings where we share the latest information within the team, how they, can improve themselves, what are the novelties, what are new technologies out there. I remember like a few years ago as a ChatGPT and DeepSeek and all of those were coming out. We were testing, we were learning, right? And we were already using, certain aspects of it through other AI tools that were more like industry-based. We were building our own automations.
Yes.
That was very popular, if this, then that, automation that's been out for the decades. And I think the AI started like a couple of decades ago, when they were building computer chess player, right? I think that's the first AI brain that humanity has built. And, I think it was like 11 or 12 years ago that computer chess is better player than a human player, right? There is no living human that has beaten computer chess for the past 12 years.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, that tells you a lot, right? And back in the day when I was a kid, I remember Kasparov and those other chess players, they will still be winning, right? The computer, but today nobody can win computer. It's impossible. So my team, I encourage them to get trained, to do seminars, to sign up for newsletters, to follow industry leading outlets, the Google press releases and latest, updates, instructions. Google has a great, school system where your teammates need to be certified in Google Analytics, Google Ads, Google 360, Google Search Console. So Google has a lot of products that you need to be familiar with. And, I encourage team is working hard to be, up to date with the latest technologies.
Makes all the sense in the world. Now you've seen it change so much. I mean, in terms of search, in terms of online marketing. What do you see as the future of online search and digital marketing, whether that's, the near future or if that's like the broad future even further from now?
Yes, I think there is, in the near future, I think is going to be more agentic, searches, right? People going to do deeper searches through the AI itself. AI is going to be growing exponentially in the next year or so. So I believe that the whole SEO is going to become like a agentic search, where you're going to, try to rank within the AI, right? That's our latest novelty. A lot of businesses are asking for that. So we were testing, we were improving. We can get any business ranked within the AI within the first 90 days, right? We have that, knowledge, know-how, experiences, and we have learned how the AI models are learning, right? Where they're picking up the information and how you have to present yourself, structure yourself, so the way your information gets picked up and shown to the users. I think that paid media is going to change as well, right? Symmetric with that, because more people are now spending, time on AI itself than on regular Google or Yahoo Bing searches. So people are using, a lot of voice searches. They're using the agents. So I think that the advertising is going to be very lucrative within, the AI result pages, where you're going to be able to place your ad, in ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and other AI result pages. And then in the further future of what I see, is going to be this agentic manager evolvement, right? The basically the agent will be able to work within each other, right? It will be like a payment system and a protocol system where you'll be searching for something. Let's say I want to travel, and then the travel bot will be like, hey, we can book that for Greg. We only charge a small percentage fee, and it's all smoothly. Do you accept? Yes, I agree. Book it for me, and it was just gonna be booked for you, done for you, basically.
That's wow.
Without a credit card, without the payment.
Yeah, just like a few words, press a few buttons, and there you go.
Yes, that's how I think is going to be evolving in the future. Also, I think that search is going to come, into the cars. So where you're going to be driving and you're going to be looking for a restaurant near me, the AI will be there, giving you options. Do you feel like Italian? Do you feel like, Mexican? Do you feel like American? Would you like to be 4.5 star? Would you like to be,
So it's going to go out.
Yeah. Businesses will have to be really, alerted and focus on their online presence, right? Have a good feedback from their customer user database. So the way, the AI does pick up their information, because AI is learning fast, right? And it can, some people are like, some businesses that I work with, they're like, oh, we're ranking good in Google, we don't care about Yelp, or we're ranking good on Yelp, we don't care about Google, right? But no, with AI, it matters, right? Because if you're only good on one platform and you suck on another, you can, you were able to trick people before, but you cannot trick the AI anymore, right?
It's going to find you.
It's going to find you, yeah. So that's how I see this is going to evolve in the future.
I totally believe that. Speaking of the future, maybe just the present, you talk a little bit about this here behind us. I'm looking at the Google anti-gravity. And you mentioned a moment ago all the different Google certifications and programs and all that. If you could talk a little bit about this one and how this has come to be behind us here.
Google uses anti-gravity for their own workflow, right? Is basically, we have, right now, a lot of agents, right? Yeah. And one of the, agent models are very popular. How one agent works with another agent, and then another agent works with another agent, multiple agents working together. So it's called like a agent manager or, agent bots. So one agent can, let's say, write the article, another agent can proofread the article, third agent can post the article to the website, fourth agent can optimize the article, fifth agent can, create the backlinks. So it's like all creating, components of those agents together. One of the most popular before anti-gravity came out was N8N, right?
Okay.
It's a
Heard of that, yeah.
2 letters, 1 number N, and then letter N, number 8, and N is very popular. Comparison to anti-gravity, where you are able to connect ChatGPT with Claude, with Gemini, right, and others to create content, and then publish that content, or create like a AI answering system or dialing system, and that's something that is replacing a lot of jobs today. But it's a future of automation, right? Right now, if something can be done by the computers and then supervised by the people, is better and faster. So it's going to be some shifts, right? And this is what now Google is pushing out, is this anti-gravity system where you can connect all of their AIs together.
Okay.
You can say, Gemini, you do research for this. Then Banana, you make me the images. Anti-gravity can basically pose that content.
Put it together. Yeah. Huh. Okay.